Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus for April the 23rd through to the 29th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Let's turn to the cards and see what they reveal about the energy and how to use it in the positive light so that we can go forward. The Ace of Cups appears. New path, new path, new path. Especially in the first position, you may be seeing this path unfolding before you right now. This is your dreams, your desires, your love, your joy coming together. It could be your service to others as well. This is about igniting passions, creativity, getting inspired. New love coming in, reigniting an old love. Page of Swords. Ooh, watch this card. He hasn't been showing up too much, but here he is for you, right in the middle too. So I'll just give you that little warning, and then we'll talk about the magic of this card. But we may be a little bit too spontaneous. We may be a little too risk taking. Think before you act. Think before you speak. But in saying that, we're very strongly intuitive with this card. We're ready to go forward. We're not going to let anything hold us back. Now, what happens sometimes with this energy is we do something just to get a reaction. We don't even care what the reaction is, so long as it's a reaction, so long as somebody shows some form of life and like we are moving in a direction, any direction at this point, please, let's just not stay stuck where we are. And so we pick the wrong action or we pick the wrong words and it blows up in our face. So we always want to think a little bit and always stay in a safe environment if we're doing something risky, right? But this might actually push you in the right direction, especially if it's in your words or something. There's some kind of magic that could actually, you're stating something and everybody goes, that's incredible. What a great idea. You're describing something that you are creating or you are inventing or you are putting together or you are planning or you want to plan. And you just find all of the support coming out of nowhere because you said it. So it can work towards the good too. So you just want to think about your words and your intent and what you were saying yes to and what you're saying no to, of course. But following the Ace of Cups, I would say more good comes out of it than the negative side of things. So if you have been doing those new moon affirmations, if you have been in meditation and prayer and just reflection, looking for your own inner guidance, and you have been imagining your future forward of what you want to step into, of who you want to become, this might be a trigger to actually push you over that starting line. The Wheel of the Year. It usually means things are getting better when the Wheel of the Year shows up. It says you are moving into a new season. A season more often than not of growth, of success, of happiness, of joy. Now, when we move into new energy, we also have to release some old energy that has weighed us down or held us back. So go with the flow. See where it leads. For work and career, well, we have the Nine of Swords. Stop worrying about all those little things you did wrong. Or stop worrying about what could possibly go wrong. Boy, oh boy, sometimes it's like, oh, I want to start this business, but this might happen, that might happen. And it's all negative and it's all bad, and it weighs you down, and you talk yourself out of the experience before you even gave the experience a chance. So be careful about talking yourself out of an experience and start embracing the joy that could be had from the experience, the balance that could be brought in from the experience, the passion you feel from the experience. We could so easily make molehills into mountains that we could never climb when this energy appears. So we have to be conscious that our ego, who wants to stay safe and in the same place all the time, might try and talk us out of the very thing that triggers great growth in our life. Relationships. Oh, we have the Hermit for relationships. Well, let's be the Hermit. Let's tap into our wisdom. Let's go into our cave or into our desert. Let's think about our relationships, the good ones, the bad ones, the difficult ones, the seemingly flawless ones. Let's think about where we want to go with each of those relationships. Or maybe how they support us, or how they bring in a feeling of security, a sense of love. And then how are we going to go forward in that relationship? So it's an inward journey this week when it comes to love and relationships. It's an inward journey to understand what we truly want in a relationship. And maybe it's individual relationships we're looking at. Maybe we're looking at relationships as a whole. And it doesn't necessarily mean this is with a lover or a soulmate. It could be a best friend, a parent, a sibling, a child. It could be somebody in the community, somebody in the workplace. So through meditation, through prayer, through reflection, understand your relationships and what it means to you and what it brings you. Maybe what you give in the relationship, but I don't think it's as much as what you give in each relationship and the work that is entailed in each relationship. You know, it takes strength, it takes courage, it takes working together to make a relationship strong. But where do you need to put the energy within the relationship, and what is the expectation of the relationship? Is it to live happily ever after? Is it to help somebody grow so that they can stand strong on their own and in their own independence? Is it being a supportive person to them? Is it them supporting you? Spirituality this week is the Six of Wands. Oh yeah. See the potential in you. For goodness sake, see the potential of what you can, the success that you can bring to not only your life, but the life of others. I mean, this card is typically you're in a parade and you are the reason the whole parade is happening, because people are supporting you and loving you and knowing that you've got this and knowing that you can go forward and have your back in this. This is not a time to rest on your laurels and say, well, everybody likes it when I, paint these pictures. Take it to the next level. Imagine your first art exhibit. See the beauty that you bring into people's life. Acknowledge those compliments people give you. Know that it describes you. And take ownership of your abilities, your talents, your beauty, your magic, your creativity, your voice. Well, look who we got. We got dear old dad here in our health and well-being. The King of Cups appears, and that is your stereotypical dad. You know, the one that made sure there was a roof over your head and food in your tummy. And part of his job is making sure that you are okay when you are far away from him or when he is gone. So what's the plan? What is the plan for a balanced life going forward? What is the plan for your health, for your well-being? Are you making some commitments to yourself? Are you changing the way you do things? Maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's a habit. so that you are stronger, so that you are more vibrant? Who are the people you're hanging around with? Are they like-minded? Are they pulling you down in some way? Do you need to join a new clan, a new tribe? Do you need to, we're back to the hermit again in love and relationships. Do they support you? Do they respect you? Do they love you? Do they bring in a sense of security and well-being? And stress and depression. We've got the Nine of Swords in work and career. Are you not happy with what you're doing? What do you want to do? What's the plan to actually step into that experience? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.